Was good, 10K gang. Now today's video I'm gonna be talking about Derrick Rose. Now I know you guys remember that whole crazy trade the Cavs made when they traded Dwayne Wade, Jay Crowder, Isaiah Thomas, and Derrick Rose. So basically Jay Crowder and Derrick Rose went to the Utah Jazz, but the Utah Jazz wanted to keep Jay Crowder, but then they waived Derrick Rose, I guess because they felt like they didn't need him or whatever. And right now Derrick Rose is a free agent. So I just want to talk about Derrick Rose and just give you guys my opinion on what team I think he should sign to. Right now, Derrick Rose is in a tight situation with a lot of NBA teams. And basically, all the NBA teams that want to sign Derrick Rose, they only trying to sign him with a 10-day contract. And it's understandable just because when he was with the Cavs, he only played 16 games, only averaged 9 points a game, 1 assist, shooting 43 field goal percentage. So it's understandable why a lot of teams not even trying to sign him with a 1-year contract or whatever, just because they just want to see how he's playing right now. And I know you guys remember that whole situation when he was playing for the Cavs, and he basically didn't play for like 2 months because he didn't know if he wanted to continue to play basketball or whatever, just because he got injured. So it's a lot going on with Derrick Rose, and a lot of teams see that, so they just not going to just go ahead and sign him for a full year and regret it or whatever. They want to sign him for 10 days, see how he played, then they're going to determine if they want to keep him longer or waive him. Now I know Derrick Rose still want to play and stuff like that. I know he's just not trying to go to the team and just sit on the bench, just because when he was playing for the Cavs, he was starting at the beginning and stuff. Then right when Isaiah Thomas came back, he was just sitting on the bench and everything, and it just was killing his vibe. Derrick Rose really didn't like it. I could just tell by his facial expressions and everything. You know, Derrick Rose is really not a bench player. It's just his injuries that's making him a bench player. But the Timberwolves was one of the first teams that wanted to sign Derrick Rose or whatever. And Jeff T, we all know he's a starting point guard. Tyus Jones is a backup point guard. So in my opinion, even though Tom Thibodeau is the head coach for the Timberwolves, and we all know Derrick Rose and Tom Thibodeau have a really good connection just because when they both was on the Bulls or whatever. But this is the thing. The Timberwolves basically already have their lineup down pat. They're 4th seed in the Western Conference. Jeff T is the starting point guard and Tyus Jones is the backup point guard. Now, Jeff T plays a lot of minutes during games, and right when he finally get out the game, Tyus Jones starts to play. So it's just like, it's not going to really be any room for Derrick Rose just because they already have 2 good point guards that helps the team. You know, they're 4th seed, so they've been doing good all season. So if Derrick Rose goes to the Timberwolves, he's going to really be sitting on the bench in my opinion. Derrick Rose is also looking at the OKC Thunder now. We all know the Thunder has Russell Westbrook, and their backup point guard is Raymond Felton now. They're 7th seed in the Western Conference, and in my opinion, the Thunder do need a little help. They need that extra piece with someone to give them buckets on the bench and stuff, just because their bench is kind of trash, you know. The Thunder should have been winning way more games than how they're winning this year, just because everybody expected the Thunder to do very, very good. But as you can see, they only have Melo, Russell Westbrook, and Paul George, and their bench is trash. They don't have nobody on the bench. So if Derrick Rose could come off the bench and give them points, it'll be good. So in my opinion, the Thunder would be a good option for Derrick Rose to go there. But Derrick Rose have to stay healthy because the Thunder is a playoff team. The playoffs is coming soon. So just like they're going to be relying on Derrick Rose to be a 6th man and give him points off the bench, just because they don't really have a bench to, you know, they don't have nobody to give him points unless they put Melo on the bench or something like that. But it's still hard because at the same time, the starting lineup have to do all the work, and they need Melo in the starting lineup. So really, they just need another player to give them points off the bench, and Derrick Rose can still score. He can still do whatever he wants to do. It's just he have to stay healthy. So the Thunder would be a good option for him, but it's Derrick Rose's choice. Now the Rockets is another team on the list. They're #1 seed in the Western Conference, and they have Chris Paul starting point guard. Sometimes James Harden run point guard, but then their backup point guard is Markel Brown. Now, Derrick Rose could go to the Rockets, but in my opinion, I don't think he really would be playing just because they're doing very, very well. They already have their whole lineup down pat. They're #1 seed in the Western Conference, so the Rockets know what they're doing. They've been working with the same lineup the whole season. So just like once Derrick Rose enter that team, I don't think he'll really even have playing time, just because what the Rockets have been doing all season, it's been working. So why would they change it up just for Derrick Rose to play and stuff like that? So the Rockets really should not be an option on Derrick Rose's radar, even though they're a good contender to win and get to the finals. Still, I know he still want to play and stuff like that, and it's just like if he goes to the Rockets, in my opinion, he's not really going to play. Now the Bucks is another option. They're 7th seed in the Eastern Conference. They got Eric Bledsoe starting point guard. They got Malcolm Brogdon, he's the backup point guard, and they have Jason Terry. So Derrick Rose could go to the Bucks, but at the same time, that's not guaranteed that he's going to get playing time, just because Eric Bledsoe, he do play a lot. Malcolm, he's the backup point guard, and you know, he won Rookie of the Year last year, so just like he's a good point guard, and he's a promising future point guard also, so they're going to let him play, of course. And Jason Terry, he's been in the league for a while, and he always get his little time then and there. Definitely in the playoffs, that's Jason Terry's time in the playoffs. So honestly, once the playoffs come, Jason Terry is going to be playing more than he playing in the regular season. So it's just like, if Derrick Rose go to the Bucks, he's really not even going to have no playing time, just because they already have 3 point guards. So it's just like, he's just going to be on the bench. Now, the Golden State Warriors is another option. We already know they starting point guard Stephen Curry, and they backup point guard is Sean Livingston. It's been like this for like the past 3 years, and it's been working. So just like Derrick Rose go to the Warriors and stuff like that, I don't think he'll get a lot of playing time. I think they'll do the same thing they did to Nick Young with Derrick Rose, because as you can see, Nick Young was playing with the Lakers. He had a lot of playing time, and right when he went to the Warriors, he barely played. In the playoffs, we don't even know if he's even going to play that much. So just like, you know what I mean? I think they're going to do the same with Derrick Rose. So, I mean, it is Derrick Rose's choice if he want to go to the Warriors, but at the same time, he's probably going to have less playing time than Nick Young, honestly, just because he's going to be a new player. Nick Young been on that team all season, and he still barely plays. So, just like, you know, I don't think the Warriors will be a good option for Derrick Rose, but he could go there if he want to win. And lastly, it's the Washington Wizards. Now, we all know John Wall has been out for a little while. He's coming back 2 to 4 weeks. So, you know, if Derrick Rose go to the Wizards, John Wall is going to be back soon, and plus their backup point guard is Tim Frazier, and Tim Frazier has been playing very, very good lately. He's been, you know, taking over John Wall's spot, and as you can see, the Wizards, they're still 4th seed in the Eastern Conference. So if Derrick Rose go to the Wizards, he's really not going to have playing time there either, just because the Wizards has been doing good, and Tim Frazier has been doing very, very good. So once John Wall come back, and you already know Tim Frazier's finna be playing, because he showed everybody that he can step up and actually be a starting point guard. So of course they're gonna give him more time off the bench once John Wall come back, because he's been playing good without John Wall being the starting lineup. So if Derrick Rose goes to Wizards, he's not gonna have no playing time. But like I said, you guys, my opinion, I think Derrick Rose should just go to the Thunder. The Thunder would be a good option for him, but at the end of the day, it's his choice if he want to go there. But I thank you guys for watching. Please make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you press that notification button. TK Gang, we out.